Hi, welcome to Conejos County Hospital. My name's Zach Wiederspoon. I'm the hospital administrator here at Conejos County Hospital, and we want to welcome you to our organization. Appreciate you guys taking some time to learn more about our opportunities here, as well as the positions within healthcare. With healthcare, there's a total of probably over 200 different job descriptions and job application processes. That there are numerous opportunities within healthcare for anybody interested. So we look forward to sharing our experience with you and letting you know a little bit more about our organization.
Hi, my name is Madison Sowards. I'm an ER admitting clerk for Conejos County Hospital. My job is to greet patients as they walk in the door. I help them get checked in by getting their name and date of birth and registering them, whether it's for ER, labs, or x-rays. We often go out to the patient's vehicles and help them inside to the ER or wherever they need to go. We make sure to get all their information and insurance is up to date and take their paperwork back to the nurses. One of my favorite parts about this job is that I get to help people. When people come into the hospital, they are not usually feeling their best, but knowing that I can make a difference in their day and help them get the care that they need means so much. I also love the SLV Health team and people I get to work with.
My name is Sarah. I'm a registered nurse and I work in the emergency department at Conejos County Hospital. As a nurse in the emergency department, we take care of anything from a paper cut to major traumas. We have a helipad in the back, and helicopters will come pick up patients if needed. So a lot of what we do at a critical access hospital is stabilize and ship. To be a good nurse, I think it takes a lot of patience and compassion, and most definitely staying calm in crazy situations and just being able to function well under pressure, and just remember at the end of the day why you're a nurse, and that's truly to just take care of people. As a nurse, I think the most rewarding thing or the most important part of my job is being able to say at the end of the day, like, I made a difference in somebody's life, and occasionally, like, hey, I saved somebody's life today. That's super awesome. I decided I wanted to become a nurse in high school when I took an EMT course at Centauri High School, and I felt like medicine was the only thing that like truly made sense to me, and so I just found a passion for medicine and a passion for helping people, and that's where I'm here today because of that.
So I am Myron Aquino. I'm the Laboratory Supervisor of Conejos County Hospital. So I direct the daily activities of the laboratory under the guidance of the Laboratory Director. So the path to becoming a Laboratory Supervisor will require a bachelor's degree in medical technology. It requires an on-the-job training. Also, we are required to have a 12-month internship and an accredited School of Medical Technology, just like Conejos County Hospital or San Luis Valley Regional Medical Center in Alamosa. In addition to these requirements, we are also required to maintain an appropriate certification like AMT or ASCP Board of Certification, and it also requires years of experience to become a medical technologist so that you can have a relevant knowledge and guidance to the lab staff you work with. So my favorite part of this job is that I get to help motivate my staff to grow and advance in their careers, and I get to meet different people from different cultures and different personalities.
Hi, my name's Leanna McCarroll. I'm the supervisor of the radiology department here at the hospital in La Jera. I just wanted to let you know some things about radiology. The education requirements are You have to have your gen eds for college. Then you have 2 years of school exclusively at radiology. After you complete those, you have an associate's degree in medicine, and you can go sit for your boards to get your certification for x-ray. If you want to go into ultrasound, you have to have another 1.5 years of training in a radiology school, and then you can sit for your ultrasound boards. After you are certified as an x-ray tech, you can also study and sit for boards for CAT scan. Those are the 3 modalities that we have here at the hospital in Lahara. There are many, many, many modalities. There are nuke med, mammogram, radiation therapy. There are all kinds of different modalities that we use. We're called the eyes of medicine because we actually do see into the body and help the doctors to diagnose what's going on with the person inside. So today we're going to show you just a few things about how the radiology department works. First of all, we're going to look at the ultrasound department. This is Lene, and she is our ultrasound tech, and she is going to be looking at a thyroid. This is what the machine does, and this is how she does. She has a transducer that she puts on the part of the person that we're looking at, and those images come up on the screen. She then prints those images out. We send those to the radiologist. They interpret those exams and give us a written report on what they see in the ultrasound. So these are what the ultrasound images look like when they're printed out, and the radiologist looks at these. They look a little bit like kind of a storm, but the radiologist actually can make sense of these as well as our ultrasound tech, and they can actually help the doctors decide what's going on inside a person. Next, we're going to talk about CAT scan, and CAT scan is x-ray waves that go all the way around the body, give the doctors and the radiologist a really good idea of what's going on inside a patient's body. So this is our CAT scan machine. This is how we put you into the machine. Then we come into the control room, and we are out of the x-rays, and we're safe inside this control room, and we conduct our studies from here. CAT scan is an extremely interesting modality and gives very, very good information about what's going on with the patient. This is an example of what pictures look like from a CAT scan. This happens to be a CAT scan of sinuses. On this image up here, it shows you exactly where those pictures were taken in relation to the patient's face. And these are what those pictures look like as we go down through. It's a little bit strange, but very, very interesting. Next modality that we'd like to talk about is X-ray. And X-ray is one of those things that we use quite a bit if a person is injured or they think that they may have a broken bone. Something like that happens, then we take x-rays. And this is the procedure that we do that with. We take several x-rays in different positions to make sure that the radiologist and the doctor have several views to be able to be sure what's going on with the patient. This is so interesting because it does allow us to see inside the patient's body. This patient has a hip fracture. So if you notice on this side, this is nice and smooth and looks really normal. Can you see what's wrong with this side? Oh dear, this patient has a very, very broken hip. I also want to show you what it looks like when they fix that hip. And this is what it looks like when they fix it. So they just go in and through an operation, they go right in and put a rod and pins and put that bone back together, and that heals around that, and then that person doesn't have a broken hip anymore. This is one last x-ray because I just think it's very, very interesting. This is a wrist x-ray. I bet you can all tell what's going on with that. This person actually fell off of something and just broke both bones in their wrist. So what they would do is they would put that back together, again probably with some pins, and the person would have to wear a cast. It takes about 6 to 8 weeks for a bone to heal. And just to let you know, you don't have to decide on a career right at this minute. I was in my 40s when I decided to come into this field. I started here at Conejos County Hospital as a secretary to the radiology department, and it didn't take me very long to realize that it was extremely interesting and something that I wanted to do for the rest of my career. So I did go back to radiology school then and got all of my certificates, and I think that this is one of the most interesting and beneficial careers to our community. We get to help people that are hurt, that are sick, that have all kinds of problems, and we get to be on the front lines of being able to help those people get back healthy, strong. It's a very satisfying career, and it's extremely, extremely interesting.
Hello, my name is Jeanette Sullivan, and I'm one of the patient financial counselors here at SLV Health, and my location is at Conejos County Hospital in La Jara, Colorado. I provide financial assistance options for the Conejos County community and other surrounding areas within the San Luis Valley. Programs such as CICP, which is the Colorado Indigent Care Program. I also handle patient billing issues or concerns. I would say excellent customer service and communication skills, great attitude, patience and organization, and a great sense of humor. That I am truly a part of the community, the satisfaction of knowing that I'm a contributor to the care of our patients and communities, removing some of the additional stresses of the financial responsibilities from our patients.
Hi, my name is Mike Mondu. I'm the Director of Facilities. My responsibilities during the day and work week, I oversee staffing at both hospitals. I do budget checks during the day to make sure that finances are in order for our departments. I will also look at regulatory issues that might come up and try to meet with my supervisors and managers at least once throughout the day, and then with other department heads and senior leaders as needed. In my position, I believe that to be successful, you have to have compassion, you have to love people and understand good customer service and wanting to serve people. Education-wise, I think that having at least one or two skilled trades that you go to school for, electrician, HVAC, or a couple, but also to be successful, I think that you would want to go to college, get a BS in business management. In this day and age of responsibility of facilities directors, most of your larger hospitals requiring a degree in education and not related to skilled trades, although they still want the trades, but that college degree is something that is high on their list. So I think that be a people person and stay in school. I can honestly say that what I love about this job in director of facilities is working with people, whether it's my team under me, peers, senior leadership, and definitely working with patients, and being part of a team that makes their stay enjoyable to the best we can. I love challenges, and in facilities dealing with environmental services and landscaping and the survey readiness and maintenance, the daily challenges. You can wake up knowing you're coming into work with a schedule all set for the day, and know that as soon as you start, everything changes. And then just a feeling of accomplishment at the end of the work week is something I truly love about being in this field. And if I could start over and do it all over again, I wouldn't change a thing.
Good morning. My name is Irene Salazar Casillas. I work for pharmacy here at Conejos County Hospital. I provide medications for both the patients on the floor and in the emergency room.
Hello, my name is Terry Lucero and I work in materials management. I deliver to the areas in acute and in the ER and all the other, like the lab, the radiology, and I do the ordering. I also do the shipping out, and I also do inventory, and I make sure that everything is all stocked.
Hello there, my name is Rocky. I'm a plant operator here at the Conejos County Hospital, and my job is to maintain the facility, do a upkeep on it, and I gotta try to maintain it, and that's including from outside, the ceiling, the roof, inside. This hospital is kind of big, so we got a lot of rooms. A lot of structural in here that needs to be maintained and all that, so that's what we do. Stay busy as soon as you come in until you leave. You're constantly busy and you're on your toes, and this is a good place to work for. What I like about my job is they gave me an opportunity, because where I used to work before, I was maintenance and I did a lot of remodeling, and I had that opportunity to do that at the schools until I retired, and then they hired me down here so I could do the same type of work. And it takes skills, it takes ambition, it takes dedication, experience, knowledge, and experience. And if you have all that, then you know what you're doing, and the people that you work for appreciate that, and you continue doing that and building it up. And you never learn. I keep learning as the days go by, and that's a good thing to do. I love working. I cannot be home and do nothing. I got to keep myself busy. So I'm glad that they gave me this opportunity to continue working, because that's what I'm about. I got to stay busy, stay focused, and I think that's what makes who I am. And not only that, but if you love your job, you're going to give it 110% every day.
Hi, my name is Ed Millette. I work at Conejos County Hospital in the acute care floor as a registered nurse. So yeah, basically we work on the acute floor as a nurse, and we assist patients back to health, hopefully better, or if not to their previous level of functioning. So to become a nurse, you need a minimum of an associate's degree in nursing, and then pass the state board for licensing. And then to be good at your job takes quite a bit of experience, and it takes empathy for the patient, and to be an advocate for the patient, because a lot of times they're in a confused state, and they don't really know what they need, and they can't communicate it. So you kind of have to anticipate for them sometimes and assist them in getting back to health. And what I like about my job, I like helping people. I like to see them get better and continue to improve and get back to independence. So a good nursing example is example of advocating for a patient. One time I was working night shift and came on, and the daughter of the patient was there, and they had discussed with the nurse all day that they just wanted to be discharged and go home. But I guess the nurse had a pretty busy day and didn't reach out to the doctor. So they were pretty frustrated when I got there, but it was really handled with a quick call to the doctor, and he wrote a discharge order And we got the patient out, before 8 or 9 o'clock that night. And the patient and the daughter were very happy about that. And it just was a matter of, advocating for the patient and doing the next right thing.
Good morning. My name is Karen Christensen and I work at Conejos County Hospital as medical records. I enjoy working here and I enjoy working as medical records because I like to hunt things down. I work here at Conejos County Hospital Medical Records. Medical records, people call in and ask for their medical records, or ER doctors call and ask for their medical records. And so basically I go in the computer and dig it out, or I call hospitals and get it sent over here. I kind of inherited this job, so I really don't know whether we need medical records, a background in it. I do have a background in as a BA, Bachelor of Arts. But I don't think I needed that to get this position. I worked as an admitter for 10 years in Alamosa. I came down here and 2 years ago I became medical records. I was an admitter until then. So as far as I know, I don't think you need a background to get medical records. I really enjoy my career working in medical records. Even when I worked up in Alamosa as an admitter, I always wanted to go work in medical records. Have not figured out why, but maybe it's the digging part that I like. I like to dig in and find out what people are doing and where to go and what to do and do authorizations and just figure things out. And so I really enjoy my job. I really enjoy it. And if I would have picked medical records above medical records 20 years ago, I think I would have. And I'm glad I did, because I'll be here until I either die or Tenny lets me go.
Hello, my name is Tenny Masterson and I am Director of Operations at Conejos County Hospital, and I'm also the Director of Patient Access at both Conejos County Hospital and our Regional Medical Center in Alamosa. So when people ask me what I do, I tell them that I am a jack of all trades, master of none. As Director of Operations, I'm responsible for making sure that the hospital runs smoothly on a day-to-day basis, and that includes a variety of activities. My direct reports are the admissions staff, the patient financial counselor, and our medical records clerk, and you've already met some of them. One of my other responsibilities as far as patient access director is making sure that patients have access to the medical care that they need, to their medical records. When they have concerns and issues with billing or insurance, my team, the staff that I direct, we work to help them to get their insurance, to cover the procedures, to get their bills paid. I work with other department heads to make sure that we provide the best possible care for our patients, and that even though they're here for health reasons, that we make their stay as comfortable as possible and that we meet their needs. Some of the characteristics that I feel are necessary to be good or successful at my job is compassion, time management, organizational skills, and I also feel like in my position you need to be able to empower your staff to be their best and successful, and to give them the tools that they need to do their job well. So as Director of Operations, one of the things I love best about my job is the fact that I get to help people. That is actually why I got into this profession in the first place. I have a degree in business administration and accounting, and for several years I worked in the public accounting field. And after having a health issue myself,
being a breast cancer survivor, I decided I wanted to change careers and get into the medical field somehow so that I could help other patients maneuver through their health issues like I did. So I started off with SLVH as a patient financial counselor and moved my way up to where I could be helpful on a broader scale.
Hi, my name is Brian Heersink. I'm the IT director here at San Luis Valley Health, and I manage the IT department, and that means that I manage a team of people that take care of the computers here at the hospital. And that involves everything from your keyboard and your mouse, your monitor, all the way to the internet connection and the way that your medical records process and transmit all over the state and all over the world if necessary. So what it takes to be good at my job is probably a degree, first of all. I received my degree in system network management, so I started out doing computer technical stuff in networking, servers, that kind of nature. And in order to be an IT director, I got my master's in business administration, and that really helped me with the managerial side. Some of the experience required in this job, I think, is curiosity and just having a curious nature to figure out how to resolve things, how to fix problems. For instance, if your primary job is to drive nails into wood and you're using a rock, well, I've got this hammer over here that might be a good use for you instead. It might make you more efficient and maybe save your back and save your strength a little bit. Same thing with computers. If I notice that a doctor is typing really slowly and they're just kind of struggling, they're getting home at 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night because it's taking them too long, well, what about looking into voice recognition technology? Maybe that'll help them get home a little faster, be a little more accurate. Maybe they're using the little trackpad on their mouse on their laptop and it's taking them too long to move around the screen and click the elements that they want. Well, what about touchscreen? That might be a quicker, more efficient way. So be curious, look for ways to solve problems, and I think that's a big necessity for working in IT is curiosity. What I love about my job is that I am sort of, in a way, taking care of patients. I don't directly touch patients, but I am able to help those who are helping patients do their jobs more effectively by finding the technology that is really efficient, useful, and safe to make our community better.
Hey everybody, my name is Derek Garcia. I'm the director for Alamosa Ambulance Service. So my job is to manage the ambulance service, make sure that they're in operating order, we have the medications and the equipment is current and up to date, and manage the staff. So to become an EMT, which is, there's 2 levels. There's an EMT and a paramedic. Entry-level EMTs is about a semester of education. Usually at a junior college. There is some academies that do teach that, and then you advance to paramedic, which is a minimum of associate's degree. There is some programs that offer bachelor's degrees in paramedicine, and that's usually 2 to 4 years, and then there's some clinicals that go along with it, which is usually about 1,000 hours of clinicals, and then you can work on an ambulance. I love that every day is different, every call is different, and the impact that we have on the people that we serve in the community. So I started with Alamosa Ambulance about 17 years ago as an EMT basic. I worked up to an EMT intermediate, went to paramedic school. After paramedic school, I went to nursing school. I worked in the ER for a little bit, and now I'm the director for the service.
Hello, my name is John Degenhardt. I'm the Director of Nutrition Services here at SLV Health. So what it takes to be good at my job is organization, time management, and being able to multitask multiple projects all at once. What's really led me to becoming in my position was I went to culinary arts school, and I've worked in many kitchens and different operations. Along the way, I was able to obtain various leadership training and certifications that was able to advance my career, along with taking some basic business courses that was really essential to being good at managing money, along with food ingredients and those multiple projects that I mentioned. So what I love about my career is really being very fast-paced, and managing multiple projects all at once is really rewarding to me. I also am very passionate about food and being able to bring that joy to others with cooking good food and providing that excellent service. It is very rewarding, very satisfying to me, and I take a lot of pride and pleasure in that.
Hi, I'm Donna Weehee, and I'm the Director for Communications at San Luis Valley Health. And we work in the administration department, and I work with an assistant, Ethan Caton, and we touch all areas of healthcare. But basically what we do is we provide all the marketing and communications. So we do advertising, we do the social media, we do the website, we do graphics for our video boards, and all the public relations that affect our reputation in the community. So the skills that are necessary and experiences for a job like this are you should be able to write well, because we do stories for our website and our blog. We create graphics, we use software to promote everybody who's doing a great job here at San Luis Valley Health. And you have to sort of be like a project manager. You always have deadlines with news stories and weekly newsletters internally. So you're really the communication hub for everything directly related to communication, including signage. So my favorite part of the job is that I have a lot of autonomy, and they give me a lot of leadership ability to be creative, to problem solve, and to propose solutions to how can we better our public relations side of our organization forward facing to the community. So thank you.
We'd like to thank you for watching and urge you to consider SLV Health when entering the workforce. Good luck in whatever you choose to do.